Salam alaikum, everyone. This peace be with you all around the globe, regardless of what time during the day, morning or afternoon or evening. It is going to be peace be with you. And for all humanity, hello and welcome to this virtual webinar that we're doing in collaboration with International Halal Conference. What is halal, guys? Everybody knows the word was comfortable not just addressing the 1.8 billion Muslims. Halal is what's permissible by the creator, by the legislator, by the one who basically created us. That's God Almighty, and give us everything is spelled out clearly, what's allowed, what's not allowed, and it has three main points for every halal. Whatever you do, either business or interaction, it has to be ethical, it has to be transparent, and it has to be also socially responsible. So I'm going to discuss the global healthcare solutions, both in halal and both with these guidelines that I just mentioned earlier. And I appreciate the opportunity, being invited and being part of this very innovative way. We're all living in the post-COVID world, and everybody's trying to really adjust to being out there on the cloud in a virtual setting, but still get the message out to everybody. I'm a global healthcare strategist, if you would, and also a global goodwill ambassador, and also a heart doctor and entrepreneur. And I put a few things in the past decade or so to really have benefit to everyone that's looking for healthcare solutions, no matter where they happen to be in the globe. We're here, the headquarters here based in Tampa, Florida, USA, and we're on a Saturday morning, so I appreciate everybody joining in, whether it's the weekend for most folks around the world today. Without further ado, I'm going to start first with a affordable quality healthcare. Everybody, I don't care who it is, but everybody in the world needs affordable quality healthcare. For the majority of people, we're talking, I know America is the richest country in the world, but still there's a huge amount of people who in the middle class, small, medium-sized business, everybody needs affordable healthcare. Affordability will make it or break it in terms of what you can get for what you can pay. And I know a lot of people now are becoming very sensitive to how much it costs to get whatever product it is. Obviously, health is the most important commodity. There is nothing more valuable than health, and health is wealth. So we're going to try to give a very good model that's been built over the past decade or so here in Florida, and it's called Pronto Care. And we have this so we can bring a direct contracting for healthcare, and it's us and the patient, the provider, or the doctor and the patient, without the third party interference, hassle, and all the wasted energy in really getting things back and forth, and all the added cost and the hassle. So now it's a hassle-free healthcare. It's a very beautiful and dignified model of practice of healthcare. It's a culturally responsible, and I'm going to mention all the things that went on into the development of that, and this is right after the first crisis that took world economic crisis that took her back in 2008, 2009. That's where the research and development started, and that came to the birth of Pronto Care. What is in for the consumer? Well, can you save me money? Yes. Can you prove it? Yes. Can you replicate that anywhere in the globe? Yes. Can you show the patient good outcome and with less money spent on healthcare? Yes. So we put a new choice on the menu for the consumer. You're the boss, that I'm addressing everybody, looking around, what you would like to have, and I'm let the consumer decide which way to go based on the data presented, evidence-based. So we have the old model, traditional insurance, which is unsustainable. Everybody knows that. And what we have developed in terms of the Pronto Care affordable, quality healthcare model. For instance, was even old data, but I'm going to share it with you. They have a couple that within 3 years enrollment, we see that there has been almost for one couple to save $15,000 per year compared what they were doing, for conventional third-party insurance choice. In addition to what had been traditionally about $7,000 out of pocket, in addition to that. So people is like, well, you know what? You don't need to be a rocket scientist. I need to save money and I need to get good health care. And this is a great model, and this is a great option. I know in America, and I'm going to say this American model because now everybody's in kind of election year, don't know which way to go, whether it's going to happen with Obamacare. But even with those who decided that that was too much for them, they decided to come and join Pronto Care. You'll see in the second graph, they were able also to save on this single person, much more, almost $6,000 just on that alone. So for 1 year enrollment. So we know that the model is good for the patient, is good for their economy of the patients, good for their health, and is good for their well-being and their being things are stressful now. The economy is getting tight all over the world, actually, before and intensified with the corona pandemic. Now we're going to go through, it's not one size fits all. It's based on your age. And that's really the fairest way that we kind of put it out there for everybody based on your age. A young, healthy person, age 20, 30, will put $50 a month for basic, kind of coverage. For those who enroll in an annual plan, will get a 10% off. We believe that if anybody does a good job outpatient, no one, or a rarity of cases will go in a predictive modeling that we learned over years and years and years of analysis of hundreds and thousands of claims that this is largely preventable, and 99.99% of healthcare can be delivered in a very good way, an efficient way, in person or now with the advent of telemedicine, and prevent really going on to ER or hospital-based care. That's where the big chunk of money that is being spent on the patient. And unfortunately, it's number one cause of people going to bankruptcy here in the United States, unpaid medical bills. So if we're going on to the second category of patient from 31 to 40 years of age, $100 a month. Again, you can get 10% off for annual enrollment. And by the way, everybody can go online, prontocare.co, and can click on their contract, read it. It's got both in English and in Arabic, these are very good, and we'll add other folks here in Florida, like we have a big Spanish community and so on, that they can actually benefit and learn, and then because everybody needs healthcare. And it's just now how I can afford it and how I can actually benefit from all these good things that are built in there. The third, model, or the third age contract is between 41 to 65. It's a $150 a month. This is the most, I would say, comprehensive package. It's worth $50,000. Actually, we're only giving it for $150 a month. Again, with a 10% off the discount. For the annual enrollment, and we have from 66 to 100. This is the Medicare folks that they need wellness and education, and though this way it is not in any shape or form has anything to do with the Medicare covered services. This is all about people staying wellness and being educated about their diet and nutrition, and also strengthening their immune system, which is a key factor now to fight not only coronavirus, but any other infection. So advantages, what is in for me as a consumer. Now I'm going to switch hats and see, I'm the consumer, I'm shopping around for affordable healthcare. How this going to impact me? No insurance hassle. I don't want to go through it. I just go on, on the Pronto Care. I look at the contract in my whatever language that I can read. If I like it, I go on to PayPal and make my payment. And then I make my appointment to to come and get that going. And really, for everybody's ease now with coronavirus and so on, once you establish that first patient's visit, then after that everything can be done virtually. If people are working or weekends or whatever time, it's a 24/7 coverage. So no insurance hassle, no have to run around for pre-authorization, denials, delays, additional stress on patients getting run around, none of that. No denial for coverage of any pre-existing condition. That's really a big worry for a lot of folks who have been denied for pre-existing conditions coverage. No co-payments, zero out-of-pocket cost to the patients. No referral, that is necessary, that they have to go and get the authorization for referral and all that to be seen by subspecialists, for instance. None of that. You just go as a free person to whoever you think once you get connected with the platform, and I'll explain that. No pre-authorizations because that's another thing. People showed up in so many offices, and sadly they could not be seen because they didn't get the authorization sent on time, and then there's a whole frustration and added stress to the patients and to the staff. So everybody's is kind of being consumed, and that led to obviously a lot of burnout. So a lot of these are avoidable, stresses and problems that could be easily managed with the Pronto Care model. No denial of payment for any tests or services covered by the plan, and it's spelled out very clearly, and there's no ifs and buts about or confusion about it there. Fast and easy access for appointments within 24 hours, and that's huge to prevent people from going on to the emergency room or going on to urgent care center even, which is very costly. They go in as people don't know them, they don't know their history, and then they have to start all over again. So people feel that comfort that they can be seen within the 24 hours. Keeping healthy with all the concept of wellness and disease prevention, and ultimately that will save on all preventable hospitalization and expensive procedures. And it's really any time of the year. There's no specific time to enroll. It's open 24/7. And this is why we'd like to have it available for anyone around the globe, and to have this similar model replicated and have people really benefit from it. In Florida in particular, we have a lot of snowbirds that come in the winter. Like they start coming down in September. They stay here till April for the sunshine and the warmth. Those folks are definitely benefiting and can potentially benefit from Pronto Care model. We even went further, and we just had this recently published and franchised on-site hotel medical clinics in the Pronto Care that can serve people who are coming as visitors, snowbirds or others, or coming to have attractions, and then they come around for a while. That may be not worth it to have a very expensive, insurance coverage, but then they will have affordable health care that will really serve their needs and within the budget of their pockets. The best way is to go straight with your provider, and this is built on years and years and years of trust and respect, and really what it comes down to, you feel comfortable, do you feel the empathy, do you feel the compassion, do you feel that somebody's out there to care about you, and then try to get you the best care for the least amount of money, and really advocate on your behalf. And that's really the message that we've been doing, and that translates, we know, to less stress to the patient and a better health outcome, and really more satisfaction to the provider and to the patients. So what is the really good things that Pronto Care model had to offer? It's much better and preferred way to take care of patients without the insurance hassle and paperwork, and this has been proven already to come to the point that actually has passed in the legislature. There's so many wasted resources, increased overhead costs, and required metrics to justify payments, and about 37% of the total days lost. So this is not a way to really make it by the end of the day. Look at how much wasted time and effort and energy have been done on this. And that's why Pronto Care is the way to go. Healthy relationships. And now that we have actually more time, you're not pressured into this assembly line, kind of flipping patients, if you would, every few minutes to come up with, with the pressure of really, having many patients seen, but nobody have any. That's why a low rate of satisfaction among patients, and everybody feels rushed and pressured to have more volume rather than more value. And that's why we switched to value, that we have more quality time between the patients and the doctors. Everybody takes their time and they address all the issues. Much better customer satisfaction, much better way to really handle the issues that concern the patient and come up with a way to address it and resolve it. This contract will cover the services, a one-time annual wellness lab, discuss all the testing and also discounted medications. This started in 2010 and then made history in the city of Tampa for non-Medicare retirees for 3 years in a row. And that's really, have made a huge dent in terms of offering alternatives to the folks who are looking for affordable health care. This was initially for firefighters and cops who basically, retire in the 40s, but they still want to have coverage till when they hit, 65 year age of Medicare. And this was a good opportunity or option for them. And this was 3 years in a row, 2014, 15, and 16, made really history in the city of Tampa. Average savings for this program between $7,000 to $10,000 per person per year. We have a lot of testimonial and a lot of data, and this was already have a significant impact on the quality of life for patients. We have now built a network of ethical providers that really share the same passion for delivering healthcare, reduced cost, and a direct, transparent way with no third party. And it's all, direct payment to the provider, no co-payments, no deductible. And this way we'll make sure that the patients are being advocated and they go to the right people who will do good service for them, no matter whether it's a dental, urology, or others services, that we continue to build network of good, honest, caring providers. No hidden fees. It's very, very, clear, spelled out. No hidden fees, which really have strained a lot of people economically and have pushed people into bankruptcy. Now, this is what I mentioned earlier. If somebody, were looking for affordable healthcare, go no further, go directly, Pronto Care, PRONTOCARE.co. Look at your in the age-specific contract and pick it, read it, and if you like it, you go in and you make your PayPal, online payment enrollment, and then you can benefit right away from, getting the all the things that are specific in these contracts. This is U.S. Representative Danny Burgess, who you see on the website, and I'm very proud to be, working with this really a fantastic, lawmaker that have, got the Pronto Care model with a direct contracting to go and worked on it over the years, and to have this actually made history and turned a dream come true that actually was signed into law by the governor of Florida in March 2018. So these are, a couple of patients that with data was back then, in the third year of enrollment, that they saved $45,000. Now, after more than 5 years, their savings exceed $90,000, and they're doing very well. They have never admitted to the hospital or even seen an emergency room. For a like a prolonged situation, because all the the issues of care, especially with the chronic care, has been addressed in early, and if there's something need to be intervened, whether weekends or evenings, it was addressed and it was taken care of. What's halal in healthcare? If we put it that way, remember it's ethical, it's transparent, and socially responsible. So you really want to help people and do the right thing, and that was the good faith, between the doctor and the patient, without the third party, hassle or interference. And if we go back not too long ago, 550 years ago, the biggest hospital in the world was Al Mansouri Hospital in Cairo with more than 1,000 beds. There was just another way of concierge or direct contracting, way of healthcare, and that's really what have gotten to get to the idea of pronto care. And it seems like this is idea have been resonating with a lot of folks. We've been going out and doing a lot of humanitarian effort in the community, mostly fighting hunger, delivering free healthcare for the less fortunate ones, and we had gotten recognition on the national level. This pronto care model, as we continue to do that, we give 5% back to the community to fight hunger. So in Islam, there's a concept of charity. I'm sure it's everywhere, how we could give back to the people. I know in everywhere in the world there's a food shortage and hunger. So in addition to giving affordable quality healthcare, saving money, give people an awesome opportunity for wellness and disease prevention. They'll also fight hunger and give this to the community so that bring peace and harmony, fight crime, and really fulfill the motto that we have for pronto care, which is bringing the heart back in medicine, which is very, very important part to put it in perspective and to really apply it in real life. And now with COVID pandemic, this is even more critical and more important to sustain a model that will help people to get healthy and also have nutrition for those less fortunate ones, so to sustain their life. This was started back in 2010 and 11. These were the many series that we have for town hall meetings to the community, where you can come and have a direct conversation and ask questions in these direct town halls, and everybody feels like I'm doing this for you folks, so you can go out and tell others about how they can benefit from this, rather than having a devastation and go into bankruptcy and added stress and then more disease due to the stress and so on. So this is the kind way of delivering healthcare. This was started back in Hernando County in Florida, and it went on to Tampa Bay area as well. So this is just a example of many community related seminars and in-person educational events to help people understand and learn about this new model of healthcare delivery. Again, this is just kind of putting things in perspective. For 3 years in a row, very proud. 2014, 15, 16. So this is a subsequent year model for the booklet, as you see for the firefighters and cops. This with non-Medicare retirees. So pronto care and Brooksville Cardiology back then was the choice for them on the menu if they would like to have this direct contracting for healthcare. So the motto again will bring the heart back in medicine, and then this is very critical and important concept as the really the whole premise of medicine is really delivering healthcare with compassion and care to folks. And when you do that, everything else comes accordingly and subsequent to that. It's delivering any service. You have to deliver it in good faith, in a transparent way, and also in a kind way. Now I'm going to switch gears to history of black seed. What's this, doc? Well, black seed has been out for centuries. It was found in King Tut's tomb. It's mentioned in the Bible, and the Prophet of Islam, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He said in his black seed, the cure for all disease except death. So when your time comes, you go. But otherwise, this black seed really, change your entire immune system and strengthen it to fight just about any disease. So it's an antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal, anti-aging, and anti-stress, and really a wonderful anti-inflammatory and a wonderful, immune system strengthening supplement that everybody should be using on a daily basis. So I'm going to just mention a few things, and you can see here how the black seed works. For the liver, it supports the liver function, and we'll see a lot of testimonials. The joints and anti-inflammatory, the heart's lower cholesterol and also blood pressure by diuretic effect, and in the digestive system, it helps as a carminative effect to prevent ulcers. It helps to improve the healthy skin from eczema, and it prevents also weight loss in the lung. It helps to improve lung capacity. It helps to reduce weight by increasing metabolism, in a nice way, and it supports the immune system, so it blocks against any invading organism, whether coronavirus or others. There is about 100 active ingredients in black seed that works well for various beneficial effects on the health. Just an anti-inflammatory that has potent inhibitor from thromboxane B2 and leukotriene B4, and so these things have to really part of the action of black seed on as an anti-inflammatory. For asthma and allergy, this is huge. For 5 million people who have asthma and bronchitis, this is a miracle effect on improving the allergies, and you'll see this in a lot of testimonials. And really, it has a very important part on modifying the skin response, the body response to different allergens, exposure to tobacco smoke, and whatever viral environmental pollutants out there that will help to prevent a toxic effect on the body due to that. So the black seed oil is needed to relieve symptoms, and you'll see for allergic rhinitis, eczema, and bronchial asthma. As you know, most of the allergy medications would have a serious side effects, which include sleepiness and drowsiness. So you cannot drive or operate machinery, but black seed actually, it enhances the energy and the mental sharpness. So and it helps the allergy all at once. For cancer, for instance, there's been reports and about the thymoquinone, which is a part of the active ingredients of the black seed that actually block pancreatic cancer cell growth. And I have one of my patients, actually mom, who's a 95-year-old, have taken it, and it gave her an additional 3.5 years of life, which usually pancreatic cancer has an ominous kind of outcome within only a few weeks. The people don't really last that long. For the heart and cardiovascular system, the black seed oil, has a good diuretic effect to treat hypertension or blood pressure. It also it has benefit effect from the volatile oils that comes along with the black seed. The scientific evidence of thymoquinone, again, in the homocysteine levels, which can block the arteries and cause increased viscosity or tendency to develop blood clots. So this is a very powerful antioxidant and a vasodilator effect that will relax the blood vessels and help to prevent the oxidative stress that would lead to more plaque and clogging of the arteries, buildup and clogging of the arteries. Black seed is alternative for those who are homocysteine who do not respond to folic acid or B6 or 12. Black seed comes in oral gel capsules, or you can just spray it on food and salad, and you could have both benefits. The one you see here, the gel that very high concentrated amount of the black seed oil that it needs to be kept away from direct light, sunshine, because it can deactivates the active ingredients of the black seed. So other benefits of black seed and the mechanisms, specifically analgesic, to help to relieve pain and sensation of pain. It helps to destroy, expels intestinal worms. So it really kills the worms in the gut and intestine. It has an antibacterial effect. It inhibits the growth of destructive bacteria, various destructive bacteria. Anti-inflammatory. It reduces inflammation in the joints and the body, and thus decreases pain. Antimicrobial. It destroys and inhibits the growth of many organisms. It works as an antioxidant, so it prevents the delays of damaging effect of the oxidation due to free radicals. Antipyretic, which is basically to decrease the effect of itching, and it has a cooling action, useful in liver disease. Antispasmodic for for stomach, muscle spasm or cramps, and anti-cancer that help to prevent and growth of malignant cells. It has a carminative effect. It stimulates the digestion and includes the expulsion of gas if somebody had gasoflatulence. It also helps decrease fever and cool and stimulate release of toxins from the body. It has a diuretic effect, that relieves the bloating and excess water in a digestive tract. It also helps to stimulate bile to help the digestion, for instance, of fat. It stimulates menstrual flow and activity, and it may help also decrease the pain that's related to the premenstrual stress. It stimulates the action of milk in new mothers. We try to avoid it during pregnancy if somebody suspected pregnancy, because it has a stimulant effect on the prostaglandins. It can increase the prostaglandin release and then can theoretically cause abortion. So we advise people if they're pregnant, they don't take it. But if they become after the delivery, taking the black seed will help milk production in the new mothers to help feed their new born babies. It has, immune modulator effect and strengthen the immune system, and it also has a laxative effect to loosen and relaxation of the bowel. I'm going to mention a few things here, and I'll let this video, kind of speak for itself about real testimonial, for the black seed benefits.
My name is Peter Bonko with Talking Business Podcast. And I want to say that ever since I met Dr. Eldin, it changed my life. I've been taking black seed oil now for about 6 months. My wife took it, and she hasn't had a problem with allergies since. The miracle is I no longer have a problem with arthritis. I no longer have a problem with allergies. And best of all, my blood pressure has gone down. Dr. Eldin, thank you for changing my life.
Hello, my name is Nick, and I've been taking black seed for 6 months now. It has helped my digestive system, my arthritis, my elbows, my joints, and it seems to really work for energy and things that I'm not even sure of.
I had all the worst things the person can have in the lungs. COPD, and I can't remember all the other fancy names in there. Then I went to Dr. Eldin, and when he looked at all those prescriptions, he told me he had something much better for me. And he gave me a bottle of black seed. And let me tell you, for 5 years I've been taking it, and I haven't been back to the hospital. My lungs are doing good. When I go to a different doctor for other things, they can't believe that I was diagnosed with COPD because my lungs are doing so well.
My mother, she was kind of sick, and they took her to the hospital, and they find out that she had cancer in the pancreas. And we asked the doctor how long they told me that she was going to last at least 3 months. But I was taking the black seed because my doctor, he told me that this black seed was good for every kind of sickness. After I started giving the black seed, she lasted over 3 years.
The black seed oil affects your immune system, and I believe that it does. It improved my immune system, and I know that for a fact because since I've been taking the medication, I have had a toenail fungal infection under the nail, which is very hard to get rid of, and I see it's gone.
The black seed has helped I have irritable bowel, and the black seed has helped my irritable bowel. It keeps me more regulated, where I do not have any accidents in public like I used to have. So I'm real pleased with that. If it went in and found a problem, it found the right one, believe me.
I've been taking black seed for about almost a year now, and my energy level has increased. I feel like I can see things a lot clearer. Life is a lot clearer. I feel very sharp. Even though I'm getting old, the brain still seems like it's getting stronger and stronger. I'll stay on black seed probably the rest of my life. I really enjoy the feeling that I get of a good high energy level.
So these are more testimonials. This lady had polycystic kidney disease, used to take repeated admission to the hospital because of recurrent urinary tract infections about 4 or 5 times a year.
I've been on the black seed pill now for almost 1 year, and I do have polycystic kidney disease, and I've noticed I don't have the urinary tract infections. Before I started black seed, I would have them at least 3 times a year. I don't believe I've even had one urinary tract infection since I started black seed.
So this is a very, very, very impressive kind of patient testimonial, because each hospitalization would probably, for acute urinary tract infection, will probably 5 to 7 days. Average hospitalization will be in excess of $100,000 for sure. So she's just saved 300 grams just by taking black seed, and that really have boosted her immune system.
I'm with Dr. Eldin. I've been with him for 18 years, and in my estimation, he's one of the best doctors there are. He gave me black seed, and it's helped me quite a bit with memory and arthritis, and making me have more energy. And I cannot say enough things about that man. He was, to me, what a doctor should be.
So this is very critical now that we understand. We've seen, every system in the body that's almost represented here by testimonial, from arthritis to even erectile dysfunction, from COPD, heart, toe fungal infection, brain sharpness, able to focus and to get more energy as we go along.
96 years old. I've been taking black seed for 2 years, and it's helped my energy and my memory.
So this is very good. When the man used to forget where he put the keys or where he had things, now after the black seed, he can realize that there's more energy to do more things than before, and improve the memory ability of where has things which really and it prevented his progression to full advanced Alzheimer, which is a huge challenge here and among a lot of seniors. So if we can have this for energy, for immune system, for memory, for ability, joints, you've seen so many beneficial effects thus far.
Anymore, so that's a good thing.
Now this issue of having hot flashes for perimenopausal, early postmenopausal women is a huge concern for a lot of people. I know they say, well, just go and get your air conditioning workman and don't worry about the air conditioning electric bill, because you're gonna need a lot of cooling. But now that we have something as simple as taking a black seed oil tablets that really have improved her symptom to the point that in 2 months she really feels that that is not a huge issue, which just breaks out in hot flashes and no side effects and no interaction with nothing. This is a huge quality of life issue, and I'm sure millions of women around the globe have similar challenges, if you would, when it comes to that. Now, how about the energy level before and after taking black seed? You see before someone, and everybody should be laughing now at this slide. I just wanted to bring some smile to everyone. Before you get to feeling like blonde and sleeping and hard to wake up and just like a groggy and just dragging all day, or feel endure power and strength and confidence that comes along with mental sharpness that comes along with it. By the way, none of those testimonials was Muslim. They're all my patients, and they were all wonderful to come along and to share their positive experience of taking the black seed with the world. We want to share one of the very important aspects that developed in the Pronto Care message to everyone. It's not just giving the here prescription and go home and here's this and that, but we actually sit down with the patient and help them to eat healthy, because I tell them you are what you eat. So if you eat healthy, you stay healthy. You basically doesn't. And by the way, it doesn't have to be expensive. And then kind of help people to navigate them, because a lot of people, doc, I don't know what to eat and so on. And I'm sure this is everywhere in the globe. So if people know what they eat, and halal is great in terms of health value because there's no manipulations. It's a clean, healthy, wholesome food that has not any hormonal contamination. It doesn't have any antibiotic contamination. It doesn't have any other things that added to artificially increase the size or so on, just to make and sell and make more money. It is nice and clean and healthy, and I believe now the evidence is more compelling that a lot of people are eating more halal, and I'll explain that later on. So halal is healthy, that's for sure. Now, why that's compelling to end this? We have, unfortunately, in a lot of places, food desert, where there's about 35 million people. They only have places that there's no access to fresh fruits and vegetables, and the people go into very high carbohydrates, places, and high alcohol consumption places, and they end up being the majority of people end up in the hospital, requiring procedures and so on. They go out and they go to these, food deserts. They get sick again. They keep on going. Can't do this anymore. It's bankrupting everybody. It's really not doing the right thing. So you are what you eat. I tell people to increase their intake of fresh fruits and vegetables, and we know now this is even part of the increasing the immune system and fighting chronic disease, and certainly fighting coronavirus. So how we can put all this together in a very comprehensive message that Pronto Care is sending out to all people, and everybody, locally, globally, and nationally. How it is that you can get the balance, how you can get the wellness, how you can get the lifestyle, relaxation, eating, walking, how to stay fitness, how to have, proper social habits, because ultimately, we are a product of all these factors put together to get a healthy human being. And how we can support the small businesses. Small businesses are shutting down in a lot of places, a lot of devastation. that's taken place, unfortunately. And part of the positive contribution that Pronto Care can do with the direct contract model is to offer a very low cost programs that with a very high quality that will not compromise the quality to folks who are small businesses because they shut down because they cannot afford healthcare to their employees, or they cannot retain good employees because they cannot afford to provide them with healthcare coverage and so on and so forth. So this is a very desperately needed solution that we're very passionate about, to really go out and help people. And this is the same variety of people. No matter where in the globe you see good, hardworking people that they go out to save lives, or you do to stock the shelf, or deliver food, or in any aspect of any community that those people need to have healthcare as well. And that's where Pronto Care will be a great option for small and medium-sized business, and those or clubs and churches and mosques and clubs and different organizations that ultimately need healthcare. And you get great healthcare, you save money, and we also get help with the fight hunger as well. And we believe that this is the kind way, because when you fight hunger, then you fight crime, then you bring peace and harmony in the community, then really bring social responsibility, and ultimately bring the heart back in medicine. And that really is an awesome model that we're offering to the world, and we just want to share it with everybody. So hopefully they get pumped up about being part of our family, the Pronto Care family, or either locally or globally, as everybody is welcome to benefit, and to also share with others, so that we can reach out and help as many as we possibly can. Well, I'm going to switch gears to a very important topic, which is pain. Pain, I'm sure it's a huge issue. It's often mismanaged, and we want to talk about solutions. The whole idea about this presentation is how we can make solutions. This is a picture of Mike Phelps. Everybody knows Mike Phelps is one of the gold medalists. He's a great athlete, and he's a great role model. And he started using cupping, hujama in Arabic. And then this is what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, our beloved prophet, peace be upon him. When we hear his name, we say peace be upon him, or alayhi salatu wasalam, out of respect and honor to our beloved prophet, alayhi salatu wasalam. And he said, in addition to mentioning the black seed, then we have the cupping therapy. The cupping therapy, it comes in two flavors, dry and wet, where you actually let some blood, which is much more beneficial. But if you can't, then putting the cup and have the negative suction, that can actually cause a little bit of a dilution of the irritant substances by local edema at the site where the negative pressure is being applied. That will immediately help to relieve pain and relieve a spasm, which soft tissue spasm is a major component of the pain, along with other safe anti-inflammatory agents like turmeric. Obviously, I tell everybody around the globe to avoid use of non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs like no Motrin, no Advil, no Voltaren. Now, you could use a topical non-steroidal anti-inflammatory. Just put and rub it against the part that hurts. That's fine. It will give you relief, but it will not cause the systemic side effects like elevating blood pressure, giving a hole in the stomach, and giving peptic ulcer disease and internal bleeding, and sometimes can also salt and water retention, which can simulate symptoms of heart failure. So this is an important solution for pain, and of course, at some point in time, somebody may have a back pain or shoulder pain, and this will be a good, safe, effective way of doing it, in addition to possible acupuncture or physical therapy. But this is one way that I would say the heritage, our heritage that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, our beloved prophet, has advocated 1500 years ago as a good therapy, as a good natural therapy, an effective one. Now, therapeutic benefits of al-hijama or cupping, and this was published in the American Journal of Medical and Biological Research in 2014. And this was a bunch of groups of researchers from actually Egypt, and they have published potential theories or hypotheses of how the increased filtration pressure will help the relief the pain at the site of where the cupping is being applied. So far, in Europe and a lot of places in the world, there have been increasing incidence of using these models to help relieve pain without really harming the patient. As you know, in America, there's a pandemic of opioid where it's been abused significantly to the point that almost 100,000 people died of respiratory arrest due to opioid abuse, or now it's being unfortunately advocating marijuana to be the second choice for pain treatment, which could be just as bad or even worse than the opioid, because it can lead to a lot of deleterious effects on the heart. It can lead to cardiomyopathy. It can lead to heart rhythm problems like atrial fibrillation. It can lead to neuromuscular coordination problem. It can lead to delayed reaction and lead to a lot of highway accidents, and people feel like zombie and spaced out, and then they're basically none of these choices are good. So now we're offering a solution to the patient's problems and pain with this model, and I'm going to give you more details as we go through. So Halal Healthcare supplements are most beneficial. They're a very health conscious strategy. Globally, Pronto Care is here to serve you and to help you. This is a part of the program as well. Now we're going to move on to the second portion of really the global healthcare solutions that we discussed. The affordable quality healthcare. We discussed about the natural supplements. We had natural therapies like cupping and the black seed. Now we're going to move on to really medical and wellness tourism, and we have here a Florida medical tourism and our global hub for culture sensitive medical tourism, where everybody is and all mankind has been treated with the dignity and compassion, and also have universal values of compassionate healthcare. In a culturally sensitive way, so people feel comfortable, feel home, and obviously in the halal conference, the spiritual part of that comes in the healthcare cannot be separated, and that cannot be enough. The comfort level, the psychological well-being, is very important to concept of the healing and the wellness of anybody, whether they're sick or not, for healthcare maintenance or acute illness situation. Well, we just published this experience on the global innovative solution for healthcare crisis, and how medical tourism can impact even positively impact lodging and business. Now, there's 150 million Muslims that travel around the world every year just before the COVID pandemic, according to most statistics. And a lot of people are confused, don't know where to go, don't know where to go to trust and get this. And I saw a lot of confusion and hear about bad experiences happening here and there. And we thought about having a nice an ecosystem where everybody, Muslim, non-Muslim alike, can benefit from the good values that offering. Again, about having an advocate out there for you as a consumer, about who cares about your beliefs and culture and your psychological well-being, in addition to physical well-being, in a very affordable, in a very transparent way, and also in a way that will meet your needs and in a very transparent and ethical way. So that's what everybody wants. You want to give me a good service, a good price, and don't give me the runaround. That's what everybody wants, regardless of what it is that you're offering out there. And I believe now with this, huge number of people, with among the 1.8 billion, traveling, and then they're well-to-do for the most part, obviously, and they want a good service, but they either don't know where to go, or don't understand, or don't have an ecosystem. And I'm inviting everybody to be a part of this ecosystem that we can all collaborate and we can all do to serve all mankind, not just Muslims alone in the halal, or the basically ethical, transparent, and socially responsible network. We got recognition from Congressman Balarakis for Florida medical tourism for back in 2016 for the effort that we've done to really promote Florida medical tourism in Florida and beyond. And obviously, everybody who could be part of local affiliates of Florida medical tourism can benefit to the local economy for all the good things and the jobs and generated with medical and wellness tourism and other supportive businesses, whether it's in lodging, travel, hospitality, or transportation. So back in 2012, this was the first kind of innovative package that we put out together for those folks here in Tampa, Florida, where we're having this part of this 130 million visitors every year. The way you wanted to see Florida as being the most visited location on the globe. And we wanted to see if we can offer this, nice combination as innovative part where you can come, get a health check while you're here, spend a day with us in Tampa, do sightseeing, have great food, have some of, Florida, souvenirs, and then also get a health check that you could have the data with you, that you can share it with your, doctor when you go back to where you come from, either locally or nationally or globally. A part of the global effort that Florida medical tourism was, sponsoring many conferences. This was the, platinum, sponsor. If we went back in 2012, this was done in Kambensky Hotel in Cairo, Egypt, where the Global Islamic Marketing Conference, and was a great opportunity to have a lot of folks out there who can learn and benefit from this concept of medical tourism and medical wellness that's culture sensitive, and really advocating to have this ecosystem built for the consumer. This was in Dubai, again, this back in 2011, apart from the educational, effort that went out to the Global Islamic Marketing Conference, again in Dubai, and there's the table that we had out there to discuss with folks. Similarly, really a great opportunity came to share data, ask questions, get to know things, and also had a cultural bridge building among so many folks from so many directions that want to do business with Muslims and vice versa. And it's really about a very healthy trade relationships that everybody is doing business in an honest, ethical, and transparent way. This is just a part of local, stuff that we have in Kumquat Festival. For those who love it here in Florida, is very popular, and always been out to being out with the touch with folks and to have direct communication. So we put our hands on the pulse of people, and they can come and interact, and they can benefit from everything that we have to offer for them. Well, part of the reaching globally to everybody that's mentioned in one of the most prestigious business magazines here in Florida, business, that in the Tampa Bay area, we're in Florida, we wanted to reach out about this wellness program. Want to come and spend a day with us and have some fun. We could coordinate for that from airport service through the Florida Medical Tourism, where you can also have the fun and the health check, and if you would like to move on from Tampa along the I-4 corridor to continue on with your visit to Orlando, Disney, and so on, we'll be happy to coordinate that for you in a very nice, hassle-free, culture sensitive with the halal food and halal, entertainment, and in a very, beautiful, relaxed way, knowing that Florida Medical Tourism is really hosting and backing and serving you, with all your medical and wellness tourism needs. This is a beautiful view from, skyline view of the sunset of Tampa Bay area. And a lot of folks that come and visit, Tampa, they also go to world famed Busch Gardens and many other museums and other attractions in the Tampa Bay area, including the nearby best beaches in the world, including in Clearwater as well as St. Pete. Well, now we're part of the other, services that we do is in addition to the wellness tourism, we have, honest second opinion, telemedicine services. We can coordinate for orthopedic surgery, cosmetic surgery, bariatric surgery, eye surgery, cardiac surgery, transplant surgery, cardiac catheterization, angioplasty, stents, cancer care, and in vitro fertilization. We could do this for the inbound from overseas or from domestic, or for the outbound for this, and then certainly we could network with folks who are involved in medical tourism, that they'll be they offer a affordable healthcare, whether it's Turkey, Malaysia, Indonesia, or other folks out there that will be part of this ecosystem that we could all serve patients. Again, this will be huge benefit for the middle class Americans who are, basically have limited income and they cannot afford the very expensive healthcare, but also for the, folks in the Gulf that would like to explore U.S. healthcare, opportunities and options, they can afford a little bit more expensive healthcare than that we can coordinate their care for the specific care that they will need, and it will be more or less a high level complexity care. This is a picture on the Nile from Kempinski Hotel back in 2012, where they had the global marketing conference that we saw, the Islamic conference that was there, and it was very heartwarming to view for a lot of folks to see the beauty of the Nile and the magic of downtown Cairo. This was a Halal Expo Summit that we participated in terms of getting the folks out to really be excited about this ecosystem that we built, for different services that that are being offered to accommodate the needs, whether it's in healthcare or in affordable quality healthcare or medical tourism, wellness tourism, halal supplements. And it's all based on the concept of halal, meaning ethical, transparent, and culture sensitive, and give back to the community. And those who would like to join, this was in Washington D.C. last year in June, and those who would like to join the network of really, because that's what ultimately comes to it. I'm here as a consumer. I want somebody who cares about me, and we're deliver me good service at a good price, and will make sure that I advocate on my behalf, and will make sure that I don't, go to the cleaners by the end of the day where they have all these hidden costs and so on. So on. I hear about all those horror stories, nightmare stories about people who've been taken advantage of and so on and so forth. So I'm telling everyone, this is not just this is a global network for all mankind, not just Muslims, for everybody who needs this service. And then they come, they know that they're being served in the most respectful, most professional, and the most transparent and honest way. So what's halal medical tourism? And everybody can actually go and look on LinkedIn and read the concept of what's halal medical tourism. This is straight from 140 some articles. They had we thought that this was a directly flight that comes from UAE to straight to Orlando, will make a huge impact for the folks in that part of the world, but also we have a direct flight from Lufthansa that come from Germany as well, that has direct contact with the Middle East and to the rest of the Muslim world. So I think I have the fact that I'm try to explain all these things for you. I'm just going to take a pause here for a minute or two, and we'll be resuming in a minute. So I'm talking now about halal, the concept of halal. What is it that really everybody has to take home message? For Muslim and non-Muslim alike, it's the Arabic word for what's permissible that God has legislated for us to follow, and for really the benefit of all mankind, because God Almighty, for the Creator, for everybody in the universe, from Adam all the way to the end of times. So that halal concept will be inclusive for everything that we need, deal with: supplements, cosmetics, pharmaceutical, prenatal care, mouthwash, cooking, clothing, trade, banking, and of course healthcare. And I believe that if you have halal item, it'll be alcohol free. It'll be free from other contaminants or kind of unpermissible or haram items like wine, gelatin, that is not from pork, L-lysine, lard, non-halal animal shortening. Everybody has really to know that, and then there's a lot of hard work that got into the creation and implementation of halal certification and authentication, so people know when they put it in their mouth, when they use the product or use the service, then at least has these elements that everybody should be aware of, and should be in a way that should be benefiting to and I really wanted to emphasize these important points that all the viewers has to learn about this. If somebody comes and wanted to ask about do you have halal, and a part of the jokes that I have when folks have to say I have halal pork. Obviously, that cannot be cannot be the case. I have halal liquor. I have halal wine. These are haram items. These are prohibited items. So everybody has to know the halal haram list now. There's a lot of new and improved apps that can get you into the to really learn this in a very, very positive way. I try to go very quickly into explain into everybody the alternatives that out there that have been built over the past decades, and now it's ready for prime time to go with any interested global partners or local partners that are interested in this halal ecosystem. For Muslims and non-Muslims alike, because I think now it's a compelling evidence that there's definite improvement and benefit, health benefits for people who eat halal, or and then there's also a benefit. Now there's no contaminants, there's no things that will be harmful in the health wise, and really it is the hottest thing. It's the way to go in whatever product or service that the people have to leave out there. I think I mentioned a few things here on LinkedIn, and I mentioned also the articles. So I'm on LinkedIn. Just type in Adel, Eldin, E-L-D-I-N, and you'll see me on LinkedIn. Everybody's welcome to, if you are interested to join the network, send a request. And then I'll be happy to discuss that with each and everyone. Opportunity, we could make this a beautiful, ecosystem that will serve all mankind. And I believe in the global setup of doing good and this is one of my passions, a global goodwill ambassador, to really give the message out to all mankind. Everybody needs health. Everybody needs food. Everybody needs to have supplements to get their immune system strong to fight all the infections. We're getting into season, the fall season and winter season, where it could be possible overlap of coronavirus with the flu virus and other syncytial virus and so on. And I believe no matter what the bug of the season is, still everybody don't panic. We got a beautiful ecosystem here that have the answers to all your needs in the most trusted way that we built over the years with sweat, tears, and blood. And everybody is welcome to join in, or if they have any questions, again, feel free to reach out to me through LinkedIn. And I appreciate the opportunity so much to partner with International Halal Conference, and I appreciate all the sponsors, and I appreciate all the effort that they put into making this virtual conference a success. And I wish this continued growth and really a story that will go viral, where everybody boosts everybody else that's doing the good work of promoting halal. That is really the ultimate message that I'm gonna end up with. And I look forward to meeting and working and collaborating with each and every one of you. And may God bless you all. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Peace be all be with you. And we thank God for enabling us to do this session. And I hope it was helpful and informational and beneficial to each and every one of you. Take care, everyone. Assalamu alaikum.